Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They go to the ground. And this home team defense is now rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
To throw, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense starts with a short field. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, they'll take to the air. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They're bringing heat. He's got it and still on his feet. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try to pick up the first. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
Yeah, and a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back and know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this early.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Makes the grab. It's Guzman. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down in bounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary just to toe tap and get 1 yard. You got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Goes to the option. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
To the air, it's Mack. He's right on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt. Oh, they block it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19.
Let's go.
He's going to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Makes his man miss. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up. He wants to throw it. Buys a little time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And the defense gets to him, but not before he reaches the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. On the option. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that 1st down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
As a quarterback, you got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. Roll that offense back out there. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Getting some heat. Skips away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you've got to be able to attack different thirds in the field. You've got to work the perimeter to both sides. You've got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Trying to get to him. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up for the PAT.
That shit was lucky, I ain't gonna lie.
Will tack another one onto this lead. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Trying to burn this
Oh,
defensive
fucked
back.
up.
He's got it
Yeah,
downfield for a
good.
huge gain. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Mack. It's complete to the left.
Come on, bro.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Guzman. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Floats it out in space. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's cut. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 21 over Ole Miss. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. The play action fake. He fires one deep down the right side.
Oh, he didn't catch that shit?
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Let's go.
Discards a man. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Second and very short here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Now on second down. He's looking to throw.
Come on,
and the defense is
bro.
all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
What the fuck you
The
doing?
freshman just a little too much on that one.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first
Yo,
down.
fucking dude's
And
killing
he's
my line.
sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn.
Yo, what am I playing, bro?
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those touch.
Caught over the middle. It's DeMarco. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything
Not gonna
away,
go for it.
forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Need another block. They missed. Oh my God! They're helping you out.
There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another
This
shot at
is
this. And
crazy.
A little bit closer this time. And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting a pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Huh?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. Got to make sure they're sound in protection. They had one blocked earlier.
Yes.
What a
Let's go. It's
disappointment.
justice,
No
man.
good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Don't sit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Now improvising.
Yo. This is
And
crazy.
he was hit just as he released
Yo,
it.
what? My dude got hurt off of that one hit.
We have an
Yo,
injury on that
it's
last play. We'll take a
crazy.
break
The
to check him
bullshit
out.
I'm dealing with today. A hit to the rib section is gripping.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
He's got an open man. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up by 35 over Ole Miss. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails, drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Mack. It's complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
He runs out of bounds at the 25. 3rd down coming. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, Oregon 3.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Pocket starts to collapse. And that pass is intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here comes the option. Now the toss.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Firing to the right, complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him, too.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Mack. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion.
Oh my God.
And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He's been under pressure.
Oh my God, this dude's always hurt, bro.
Turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back
It's
leading
crazy.
this program
One
next year.
simple
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Fires it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Hits him in stride at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open.
And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position.
Are you kidding me, bro?
He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position.
Yeah, Strickland going good.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Back to pass, it's Mack. Makes his connection. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's That's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to throw on second down. Lets it fly. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Coming after it. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. This is what you're